let's unravel the secrets behind Volkswagen's billion-dollar failure in the electric vehicle market. Discover how the German giant is struggling to compete with Tesla and Chinese manufacturers, and what this means for the company's future. Stay with us to grasp all the nuances of this fascinating and twist-filled story. Volkswagen, one of the world's largest automakers, is facing one of the biggest challenges in its history. After pouring billions into its electric vehicle lineup, the company found itself in a deep crisis, with plummeting sales and competitors gaining more ground. In this video, we'll dissect Volkswagen's strategic missteps, recovery attempts, and the impact of these actions on the global automotive market. Get ready for an informative journey through Volkswagen's collapse in the electric segment. The initial steps and missteps. Volkswagen's foray into the electric vehicle market began with high hopes and expectations. In October 2016, at the Paris Motor Show, the German automaker unveiled its new MEB platform, designed exclusively for electric vehicles. This platform was seen as a milestone in the company's strategy to lead the electric revolution. However, instead of electrifying its existing models like BMW did, Volkswagen opted to create an entirely new line of electric vehicles, the ID series. This decision led to a series of complications. Launching a new line required significant investments and time. Meanwhile, competitors like Tesla and Chinese manufacturers were rolling out more modern and affordable models, quickly capturing market share. Volkswagen lagged behind, tied to a platform that was becoming outdated compared to emerging technologies. The development and production of the ID series faced delays, technical issues, and lukewarm market reception. Consumers, accustomed to the quality and tradition of the brand's classic models, were not easily swayed to switch to the new electric lineup. These initial errors put the automaker in a difficult position, losing ground to fast-moving competitors. Next, we'll explore how CARIAD, the company created to develop technologies and software, failed in its mission and deepened the automaker's crisis. What went wrong, and how did it affect competitiveness in the electric vehicle market? The CARIAD failure and software woes. In 2020, Herbert Diess, then CEO of Volkswagen, made a bold decision to try to put the company at the forefront of the electric vehicle market. He established CARIAD, an independent company within the group, tasked with developing new technologies and software for electric vehicles. The expectation was that CARIAD would bring revolutionary innovations that would position the automaker ahead of its competitors. However, the reality was starkly different. From the outset, CARIAD faced numerous challenges. Management issues, a lack of software expertise, and technical difficulties meant projects did not progress as planned. Volkswagen, which hoped to launch cars with cutting-edge technologies, found itself hampered by software systems that fell short of expectations. Meanwhile, Tesla and Chinese manufacturers continued to rapidly evolve, offering consumers a superior technology and usability experience. CARIAD's inefficiency not only thwarted the company's plans to stand out in the market but also had a significant negative impact on the automaker's finances. Without competitive software, the electric vehicles lagged, unable to attract consumers looking for the best in technological innovation. This failure forced the automaker to rethink its strategy and seek alternatives to avoid further losses. Sales crisis and drastic measures. With CARIAD's inability to deliver effective solutions and Volkswagen's electric models falling behind competitors, the company began to feel the impact on sales. In 2023, Thomas Schaefer, president of the Volkswagen brand, made an alarming statement to the company's board. Sales were plummeting at a concerning rate, putting the company in a critical situation. Volkswagen's response was swift but drastic. To address the sales decline, the automaker decided to temporarily halt the production of electric vehicles at several of its factories, including those in Zwickau and Dresden. This extreme measure aimed to reduce excess inventory and align production with actual market demand. Additionally, the company scrapped a $1 billion investment plan for building a new electric vehicle factory, redirecting those resources to other areas in an attempt to stabilize the situation. But these measures were merely stopgaps. Oliver Bloom, the group's CEO, realized that deeper changes were necessary to save the company. He hired experts from leading companies like Rivian, Tesla, and Google to lead CARIAD and try to accelerate the development of new technologies and software. Yet, the depth of the problems proved greater than expected, forcing the automaker to consider new strategies, strategic partnerships, and new hopes. In the midst of a deep crisis, Volkswagen opted for a different strategic approach. In 2024, the company announced two significant partnerships that could determine the future of its electric vehicles. The first partnership was with Chinese innovator XPeng, and the second, announced a few months later, was with American leader Rivian in electric vehicle technology. These partnerships were not just a bid for time but a concerted effort to leverage the expertise and technology of these companies. With XPeng, Volkswagen aims to develop new electric platforms that are competitive in both cost and innovation. The collaboration with Rivian seeks to integrate advanced software technologies and electric propulsion systems into the automaker's new models. However, these partnerships came at a significant cost. Volkswagen announced a $5 billion investment to support the development of these new technologies. This decision was met with skepticism by shareholders, leading to an immediate 2.5% drop in the company's stock value. Investors feared that, even with these billion-dollar investments, Volkswagen might not recover the ground lost to Tesla and Chinese manufacturers. The big question now is, will these partnerships be enough to stop the sales hemorrhage and reposition Volkswagen as a leader in the electric vehicle segment? In the next chapter, we'll explore Volkswagen's future and the lessons learned from this tumultuous journey. Can Volkswagen reinvent itself and regain its prominence in the automotive market? Stay tuned to find out. The future of Volkswagen and lessons learned. Volkswagen's future hinges on the success of its partnerships with XPeng and Rivian and its ability to learn from past mistakes. The company's recent history is a clear example of how wrong strategic decisions and a lack of agility can harm even the biggest market giants. However, there's hope that the automaker can reinvent itself and effectively compete in the electric vehicle market once again. The partnerships with XPeng and Rivian bring new opportunities. The technological expertise and innovative capacity of these companies could provide Volkswagen with the tools needed to modernize its product lineup and meet consumer expectations. Moreover, the company must invest in research and development to not just keep pace but surpass competitors in